Thanks for joining me. I'm Corel Painter Master Aaron Rutten, and in this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to use the Secret Garden brush pack for Corel Painter. I'll start with the first brush, which is called Blossoms. I'm going to create a new layer to paint on, and I'm going to set the composite method to screen. I'm doing that because many of these brushes are glow brushes and they build up to white gradually. Screen just helps the layer blend with the layers underneath and it looks more like light. Because this is a glow brush, I'm going to choose a color that's going to be darker than what I expect to get. I'll go ahead and paint here, and you can see I can build up these blossoms. If I keep painting over the same spot, then they start to get brighter and brighter. If I make my color a bit lighter, then you can see it builds up a little bit differently, but it has those nice glowing edges. So these could be little clumps of blossoms hanging from a tree. You can also vary the color if you want to have multicolored blossoms. Now when you're in the screen composite method, as I mentioned earlier, it's going to blend with the layers underneath. So when you have two lights on top of each other, they kind of blend together. If you want this to be more opaque, you can change it back to a normal or a default composite method. Now it'll still kind of look like it's glowing and it'll be opaque, but that may or may not be the effect that you want. If it's over in a dark area, it doesn't look too bad, but if you overlap it on top of something else that's a light, it may or may not make sense. Moving on to the next brush, we have Dappled. I'm going to set the composite method of this layer to screen, and I'll choose kind of a blue-gray like this. Dappled gives us a nice dappled light pattern, so there's light going in between shadows. You can control the shape of that pattern by reducing the flow map scale, and it'll get a bit finer. Or you can change the flow map to something else, and you'll get a completely different pattern. If I change it to gravel, then you can see I get something that works a little bit better for this hedge here. The next brush is called Fireflies. I'm going to choose a yellow-green color like this. If I paint with light pressure, I'll get small fireflies. If I paint with heavy pressure, I'll get bigger fireflies. And I can vary my pen pressure like this to get a variety of sizes. And I could have some little fireflies back here in the distance, and some in the foreground. You can also do vertical brush strokes, and that will give you softer, fainter fireflies, but horizontal tends to work better. The next brush is called Glow Bloom. I used it for these pine trees here in the background. I'm going to select a dark blue, and I'll just paint straight up and down like this, building it up to create kind of a pine tree. You could also tap and hold on the ground in one spot to create something that looks kind of like flower petals. If I make my brush bigger, then those flower petals will be bigger, and I can tap down here on the ground, put in a few flowers down here as well. The next brush is called Glow Bunch. I'm going to select a greenish color like this, and we can use this to put in bunches of leaves. Now right now I'm getting this gravel flow map, but I can change my flow map to something else like clouds, and I can get a completely different pattern. This works really well to build up some foliage. Next is Glow Bush. I can use this to put in some glowing bushes and have them be all sorts of colors. And you do have some control over the flow map. If you want to look in your advanced brush controls under Particles Common, you can reduce the flow map and you'll get a bush that's a little bit more bristly rather than being more of a fractal pattern like this. Next is Glow Field. I'll go ahead and create a new layer here. And I'm going to put in some grass in the foreground, so I'm going to use a really dark color, and I'll just paint back and forth right here using lighter pressure to build up this nice dark area. And then we can choose lighter colors to build up on top of that. So let's say this greenish color here. I can use that to paint grass that kind of glows at night. So I'll hunt around for colors that are surrounding those glowing areas, and I'll put those in the grass. So over here I'll do blue, and that gives me grass that looks like it's glowing because it's surrounded by all these different lights. I'm going to make a nice bright color and just demonstrate up on the top here. If I use lighter pressure, then I'm going to get thinner grass, and if I press harder, my grass is going to spread out more and I can cover more area. So basically what I'm doing is I'm covering a lot of area to fill in my grass, and then on top of that, I might use lighter pressure to pull out a few highlights like so. The next brush is Glow Rose. I'm going to choose a dark red color like this, and you can kind of just tap and wiggle with this brush to create roses. You create kind of a small spiral pattern, and of course if you wanted to add stems to those, you could do that on a separate layer as well. I'll just create a new layer for that. We'll choose a dark green color, and I can pull down some stems. Now the stems don't always line up exactly where you want them. So what you may want to do is put in your stems first. Just going to pull up here, pull up a few stems, and then put in your roses and your flowers on top of the stems. The next brush is Glow Weed. And choose kind of a greenish color like this. And I'll pull up kind of a wiggly stroke like this. And I can make this a nice glowing plant. And again, you can play with the composite method to see if default works better or if screen works better. I think in this case, default works fine. The next brush is Neon Grass. I'm going to choose a violet color like this. I can pull up and curve over to create these grass blades. Straight up to create a stem, and then come down really quickly to create that grass leaf that comes off of it. You could also draw grass blades like this as well, just using quick tapered strokes. The next brush is Neon Leaf. I'm going to select a bright green, and I'll pull some little leaves off of this plant here. If I do a stroke up here in the sky, you can see I can make these nice wavy leaves that kind of look like corn leaves. You can get a lot of nice movement out of them. Moving on down, the next brush is Neon Petal. I use that to make these pink flowers here. I'm going to choose a dark pinkish color, and then I'm going to pull my petals out, click back in the center, pull out another petal, click back in the center, pull out another one, and another one, and another one. If I do one up here in the sky, you can see I can pull out petals like so. The next brush is called Neon Plant. That's what I use to create these green plants here. Go ahead and select a yellowish green like this. And all I need to do is just pull up and curve over to create these plants that have a lot of different textured leaves on them. And you can control the color variability of this brush. Right now it has some variability for the hue. If I wanted to make kind of a rainbow colored plant, I could do that. And again, if you want to change the composite method to screen, it might look more like light. And the final brush is called Night Leaf. This is a bright glowing translucent leaf. I'm going to choose kind of a dark cyan like this. We'll pull up a nice leaf and we get these wonderful glowing leaves. So there you go. That's a demonstration of how to use the Secret Garden brush pack for Corel Painter. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button. And if you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe if you'd like more Corel Painter tutorials like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.